all na mortal man we get for life. So let we left Congo Sahel and for bad that we come. If we sabi wasan, we go eat na big man the pan. For catch big man and I can't down. No today, all till done. Na the tomorrow way you go get after. Now where you big man and you get. So let we left Congo Sahel and for bad that we come in there.
Man, if we want make Salon, we for change we attitude. Salon man, if we want make Salon, we for change we attitude.
Na for nothing, we all na mortal man we get for life. So let we left Congo Sahel and for bad that we come. If we sabi wasan, we go eat na big man the pan. For catch big man and I can't down. No today. You go get after, now where you big man and you get. So let we left Congo Sahel and for bad that we come in there.
If you having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but a car ain't one. Wheels for sure, got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, oh man, forget it. Who would've thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Fiats, Minis, Renaults, you know, boom, boom, let's go. Wheels for sure, car leasing for every credit score. If you having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but a car ain't one. Wheels for sure, got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, oh man, forget it. Who would've thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Fiats, Minis, Renaults, you know, boom, boom, let's go. Wheels for sure, car leasing for every credit score.
So Nikki, you're a winner.
Yeah, I've won 3 times now.
Wow, is that all through Lifestyle Bids, right?
That's right. So first I won the Music Awards, which was in London. Then I won the boxing match, which was in Cardiff. All you had to do was bid 83 pence for that. And then the music festival, which was in California.
And the private jet?
Yeah, made me 3 mates from that too.
So I think it's definitely safe to say that Lifestyle Bids works for you.
Oh yeah, Lifestyle Bids definitely works for me.
So don't just dream it, bid it. Go to lifestylebids.com and let the adventure begin.
Special one, we're gonna make you happy, and we're gonna love you truly. I'm not gonna able to explain, cause this feeling is so magical, very romantical, the way that you love me, baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. If anything happen, it happen. If anything happen, it happen. Kissy happen, it happen. Rubbing happen, it happen. Squeezing happen, it happen. Happen, it happen. Kissing happen, it happen. Loving happen, it happen. Rubbing happen, it happen. Squeezing happen, it happen. Happen, it happen. If anything happen, it happen. Where they are now, we
Young Lee on the beats.
Oh na 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 na. See na act mannequin. Yeah man. Something they happen this net. Between me and you to this net. Baby girl, you know me interest. So let the guardian angel witness. Where they bless you with me sweetness. Oh yeah. Turn your light down low. Turn your light down low. Baby, turn.
I am and I will. I am Aisata Sisejalo from the Health Show Partnership Program. It's World Cancer Day on February the 4th, 2020. So what are we going to do about it? I am a wife, mother, and a sister. I am a nurse with a special interest in cancer and palliative care. And I am a game changer. So join us on Saturday, the 7th of March for the 2nd Annual Cancer Conference. There will be speakers talking about prostate, breast and cervical cancer, myth busting, and looking at cancer from a traditional and religious perspective. You would walk away saying, I will get smarter, I will get screened, I will eat healthily, and I will create change. So, let's work towards a brighter and healthier future. I am and I will.
It's Masterell on the beat, baby.
Would you promise me that you'll be strong if I am weak? Would you hear me if I couldn't speak? Would you love me if I can love you back? Would you stay with me to play with me like the days when we were young? Remind me of the memories that we had. Remember me the secrets that we had. All the jokes and the laughter, memories we made. It's what we make today. Would you hold my hand if I couldn't stand? I hope you'll understand. Promise me that you will be there for me. Promise me, you'll be the last one to leave. Promise me, you will hold it down for me. Promise me, if I couldn't sleep, would you stay the night with me? If I couldn't see, would you walk the path with me? If I couldn't talk, would you say my words for me? If I'm being too difficult, would you reason with me? Remind me of the memories that we had. Remember me the secrets that we had. All the jokes and the laughter, memories we made. It's what we make today. Would you hold my hand if I couldn't stand? I hope you'll understand. Promise me that you will be there
If you having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but a car rank 1. Wheels for sure, got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, man, forget it. Who would've thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Fiats, Minis, Renaults. You know, boom, boom, let's go. Wheels for sure, car leasing for every credit score.
It's Cammy, baby. Oh yeah. Hey. Ooh. It's Rosie, baby. Baby, you know, say now you love the sweet me heart in me. Oh yeah. Baby, you know, say now you love the sweet me heart in me. Oh yeah. Oh, what a feeling when you find a special one. We're gonna make you happy and we're gonna love you truly. I'm not gonna able to explain, cause this feeling is so magical, very romantical, the way that you love me, baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
What's going on with this? Welcome to Diaspora Voices. I'm Marie Koroma.
And I'm Olivette Tucker.
And we're back for a collaboration show from the kitchen to the streets.
Yay, 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 yay.
How are you feeling today, babe?
Feeling okay. Yourself?
Better than yesterday. Way better than yesterday.
Yeah, but the cold winds, as you saw.
God.
Ladies, I hope your wigs didn't fall off.
Hey!
Madam, I hope that you was holding your women's wigs on the road, because you know when it's been flying at the car when she's trying to get you, say, babe, it's cold, you know, it's cold.
Oh ooh, no, but
my hair.
What was happening yesterday?
Winds started from Sunday, so you know Sunday was just windy.
Crazy.
Wind, Sierra.
I heard it was Sierra, isn't it?
Oh, Kiera, these names that they have for all these windies. Next minute, you're going to hear Wind Monique, Shaniqua, Chong Chong.
No, there was one like that, though. It was a Jamaican one, though.
Yeah.
Kieran.
Yeah.
Hurricane Kieran or something.
Oh, God, Jesus.
I was like, Lord God.
Don't worry, it's coming close to home now, so I hope your wigs, your eyelashes didn't fall off, because you know, girls, you like to be looking on point. And boys, crazy. Even men now, you know, you little men now, I heard that you have wigs, so maybe your little man wig may not come off in your man beard.
That is a real thing now, you know.
It's a new thing on the Instagram page.
And you know what's crazy? Like when you actually see the men go in and they're bald, they look so old, and then when they get their lace done,
uncle.
It brings them back to life. Do you know there's a lot of beauty in hair though? I've always said that. Like if you used to shave your eyebrows off, expressionless. Nobody would know how you're feeling.
Nothing.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it was always saying, my mum always used to say, the beauty lies on a woman's head. Because like, if you don't have no hair, obviously having no hair, you can actually see if you're natural beauty. But then once you put your hair on, it's like, what? You're a different person. So,
that's why in certain religions as well, they tell their women to cover their hair because they know that's
the
what attracts the men.
What?
They say, girl,
I want you.
You like your locks.
All right then, so as you look now, well, today's topic is who are you?
Who are you?
So I pose this question to you first.
I can feel you was throwing it.
The energy.
I caught it. I caught it.
So who are you?
Who am I?
And also I'm throwing it out there to everybody as well. I want you guys to phone in and let's...
What's the number they're calling on?
Yes.
Just in case they forgot.
They are calling on 079 46 141 369. And also you can message us on Diaspora Voices. Actually, I'm getting good at that name.
Hey, you're not. Get out of it. It's a lie.
At Diaspora Voices.
Diaspora.
Shush.
One more time for the back.
We are. Yeah, can you hear it? Yeah. So we are. Yeah, log on, message us. Let's have a conversation. As what
my beautiful colleague, sister, sexy woman on here who says, you know,
Nami.
Madam Koroma.
Kamara's my mum.
Wait,
what are you? You're a tucker?
Yeah.
Original slave?
No. Yeah.
We love it. We love it.
I am.
But to the question,
I've got another history on me. That's why I don't hate.
Do you know where your name comes from, though?
Pardon?
Do you know where your name comes from?
Tucker, yes. My Tucker is, I think, Tucker. I'm Mende Shabro, so I'm a mix.
Oh, I like
Shabro
when you
Mende,
say that.
So, yeah.
Shabro.
Tuckers were very strong.
Yeah, you can hear it.
But anyway, who are you?
See how she did that? Who am I?
Yes.
Well, do you know what? That question is so big, so vague as well. I think it's down to identity, right? Like, who are you as a person, right?
So, when you walk inside a room and someone says to you, who are you? Who are you?
Okay, well, the first thing you identify with is your name, of course. I'm Marie Koroma, and instantly you know I'm Sierra Leonean. This question is so crazy. It's such a crazy question, because then what actually makes a person a person? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yes, so what?
It's not, because more times we feel like it's the job that you have, or do you know what I mean, the family, but it's not. It's more like characteristics, your beliefs, your morals, like those things that if everything wasn't there, it would still be there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So who am I? Well, I would like to say I'm a positive person. Sometimes I'm on my period. Yeah, I'm positive. I'm happy. I'm fun. You see, I don't know. It's such a hard thing, because with saying that, it changes all the time. Who you are changes all the time, depending on whatever circumstance or situation you're in, right?
Yeah.
I'm just being a chicken. I don't know how to answer this question. I'm going to throw it back to you.
You know, the way she
Mrs. Tucker.
The way she just looked at that. Okay.
No, but how do you answer that question, though? How do you actually answer that question?
For me, when someone asks me, who are you? I think for me...
She doesn't know.
No, for me, I will say, who of me, like you said, has changed throughout the years.
Right.
But right now, who am I? I am a woman. I am strong. I am a mother. I am someone who's independent. I love hard. I cry hard.
How hard?
I love hard. I cry hard. I'm a giver. But also, I'm a taker as well.
Yeah.
And I'm me.
See, it's hard.
Yeah, you know. But also, I am my number one. I am a Sierra Leonean. I'm a Sierra Leone woman, and when I go inside a room, I want to try and represent a positive side, a positive side of being a Sierra Leonean woman, because I believe when I go inside a room, or when I go inside a place, whether it's work, whether it's in my home, whether it's around my peers, whether it's in a social environment, I want to bring that energy that people are like, you know what? Like, sometimes I may not even say nothing, but people are like, right, like, I want to get to know you. Yeah. And that's the kind of vibe that
you give out.
That I feel that I give out. Maybe I don't, because some people may not like me, and that's your business. Because I come and I say it how it's real. Do you understand? That's when we do team talk. That's when we're in from the kitchen to the streets. Because whatever I say is, if you like it, you like it. If you don't,
you don't. You know what's so funny though? In both of our explanations of who we are, we didn't say anything negative about ourselves.
No,
that is a part of who we are.
I said in my bit, I love hard.
That's not negative.
It is, because sometimes people take your kindness for weakness.
No, that's a bad thing for them, but it's never a negative thing for you to love hard. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Let's check online to see exactly what identity.
Come on, guys! I want to know who you guys are. Who are you? What do you feel that you bring to the table as a person, as an individual, but also what do you bring to the table as a representation of being a Sierra Leonean? Do you understand? Being a Sierra Leonean, whether you're in Sierra Leone or being a Sierra Leonean in London or overseas, wherever part of the world or whole that you are, being a part, what does it mean for you to represent yourself, but also to represent your country. So let's call in 079 46141 369. So I want to know, who are you?
Well, okay, online, the definition of identity is who you are, the way you think about yourself, the way you are viewed by the world, and the characteristics that define you. An example of identity is a person's name. An example of identities are traditional characteristics of an American. Okay, this is the American one.
Okay, so what does your name come from?
Oh my God, I think my name is French, you know.
And what does it represent?
Oh, this is so sad, because if I tell you, you know, like when you used to go online and you used to check for like the meanings of names, you know what Marie means?
What?
Oh, it's so sad. It means bitter.
Are you bitter? Small. So now we know all them girls, all them ladies out there is called Marie. Are you Marie out there? Marie?
It means bitter, guys.
All you Marias, I think Marie and Maria. They're the bitter girls.
Yeah, Anne Marie's are always crazy though, I have to say. But so when I was younger, I always wanted to change my name because I used to think, how can my name mean bitter? Like, it's not right. It's weird though, because you know what I've noticed, most times names how can I say this? Names kind of mold the way a person's character is.
Indeed.
Like, you know, sometimes people say, oh yeah, your name's this. Oh yeah, all people are like that.
And people automatically put you in that category instead of trying to get to know you. So they have that negative vibe. Like when you say about Dwayne's. When they say, oh, that boy, his name's called Dwayne or Malachi.
What does that mean?
You don't want to hear some Malachi's or Dwayne's in here. You just run! Or the Omers. I don't want that.
This sounds like an experience, bad history.
All I'm saying, the Omers, them kind of names, or them, there's this the names. You don't want those names in your vocabulary. No way. You know, me now. My name's Olivette, and I'm just a baby olive in the Bible.
Yeah. Is that what it is? It means baby olive.
Baby olive. So I'm just a baby olive in the Bible. So,
and you know what? You are kind of like, I wouldn't say babyish, but you have like very like
sweet,
innocent, kind of characters.
Somebody they cough in it. Excuse me. If you feel that it differs, so please give us a call.
Yeah, call in. If you know her personally.
141 Please do call me if you feel that you know me personally, because you know me already. I will give back as good as you take.
Oh, you see? Okay, that's the difference. You didn't mention that. She gives us what she takes. Okay, so sticking on the subject that we're talking about today. The general gist of it is just talking about people's identity. How the identity? Oh, that's a new word. Identity. Hashtag Marie Koroma.
Yep, identity.
But we're speaking about identity, how you identify yourself, and we're talking about gender reassignment. Dun dun dun. And we're talking about if us as Africans, Sierra Leoneans, are ready for all of that. You know?
Are you ready? Oh, you ready?
What do you think about this whole conversation of being able to change your gender because you feel like you're in the wrong body?
I feel that.
She's laughing.
I feel like sometimes society has made it, especially social media, has made it a thing of a norm.
Yeah.
And I think it's wrong. Yes, I'm going to say it's wrong if you disagree, for it to be introduced to young children at a young age.
Yeah, definitely to young.
And it is young, and it is wrong for parents, just because your child goes and wears a pair of boots at the age of 1 or 2, you automatically think your boy child, or the child goes and wears a pair of your dad's boxers at young age, that your child wants to be a girl or a boy. No, you need to allow them. I do believe in that. Children you must allow them to test, play with different things, because I think within like the African culture or the black community, it's that when your child goes to play with, like, your boy child go and play with your jacket and you're young, you're like, hey, left,
yes.
Or they go and play with a certain item which
they grab your wig,
and they go and wear your wig.
And sometimes mums do that. They put wigs on their sons
and they look cute.
Yeah, and they just mess around. But what if your son when you're not in, he goes to grab your wig.
But then this is the thing, it's when that's behind my back. But if my child continues to do it to a certain age, then we have to begin to question it. We can't question it when they're child. Because some TV things that I hear, oh, your child was 2. I'm like, your child was 2. That's when you began to notice. And then they were saying we started to accept and started to encourage. No, you should allow the child to grow itself in.
It's very tricky because you have to remember children are sponges as well. Like monkey see, monkey do. So if a child sees you all the time in the mirror putting lipstick on, just for fun, they're gonna come and do the same thing. Like little girls are very like touchy with hair, like because they see their mums doing it. So I feel like it's not necessarily right to always encourage a child to, I wouldn't say encourage them, but to kind of force them into that lane, because that's what they will do. Like if you're a mum that's like, yeah, you can wear my heels even though you're a boy, that's fine.
Because I think some mothers wanted that child to be a girl. So they nourished them and they nurtured them.
Do you think that's a real thing?
Yes,
I heard
some people didn't want to have boy child in it, but they have it in it.
Yeah. I heard spiritually, like if you're pregnant and you're carrying a child and you want it to be a certain gender, but it comes out not, that energy, that hope that you had for the child to be a girl and it comes out a boy, kind of leaves the child with a hint of girl. Do you know what I mean? Girl aura to them.
Well, me, I got what I wanted. The first one I wanted a girl, yay.
And you got a girl.
I got it. So there was no spirit in me.
Boy.
There was no spirit in me. My one is a boy, definitely. My girl is definitely a girl. So I'm fine.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think the argument of saying that you can feel that you're in the wrong body is a correct thing, or do you think it can be changed?
Well, like for example now, Philip Schofield, he's come out as being gay after 27 years of marriage to his wife.
Oh my God.
That in its whole self just shows you
Philip.
Due to cultural norms and due to society and the way he started in that marriage, because now he's a man, he's got 2 kids.
You see, that situation didn't sit right with me.
But my thing was this: his wife attended a TV show with him last week, the following, a day before or a week ago, where they won the awards. I think the British soap awards, or whatever, and they won the television award, and they won the award, and he was there with his wife holding hands. And then all of a sudden, last week, the man comes and says that he's gay. And he's been holding it inside, but his wife has been the support system.
Okay, I've got some tea about that situation. I heard the only reason why he came out is because he was getting exposed by someone that he was having an affair with that worked. So you know how sometimes in these shows they have runners that helps, like, they get you the tea, they get you the whatever you need to get. So
he was having an affair with them.
He was having an affair with the guy, but the guy wanted to move forward, claim me, I'm your man.
Oh, okay.
I will expose you. So he tried to jump ahead of it and come out to look honourable. So I don't know if it was a good thing necessarily that he did that, because it wasn't like, do you know what I mean? It wasn't like he wanted to do it because, okay, I can't hold it in, I want to inspire people, I want to help people. He did it because he doesn't want his secret to come out.
But also, everyone knew that he was gay anyway.
I didn't.
Everybody knew. We can tell Philip Schofield was
really
a man who was into a man.
I did not. I was none the wiser. 27 years. Is there something in my eye? 27 years of being married. Is that? Did he just turn gay, or do you think he was always gay?
He's always had an interest. I believe that he's always had an interest, and I think he may have explored it in his younger years.
Oh my God.
Because you remember, everyone has their hidden secrets. Everyone knows what they do in their cupboards. Do you understand?
Cupboard.
And being gay or identifying yourself as a certain sexuality. Because look now, a lot of celebrities have come out. That's
the thing now. Yeah. Do you think
look
at the new trend?
Yes, but look at that lady, Busky, whatever his name, whatever her name is, the way she said, when you address me, she goes, when you address me, don't dress me as your friend, dress me as a lady.
This is the thing about Bobrisky.
I said
do
no.
you remember the start of his career when he first started?
Did you see? Oh Jesus!
When he first started, they asked him questions about his sexuality. He said he's not gay. He still likes women. He just likes to dress up. But somewhere along the line, in between the bum job that he did, the jaw reassignment that he did to himself, now he's gay and he's openly showing us. Remember, it used to be a secret. He's what did he call his sugar daddy, big daddy, or something like that. It used to be a secret, but now it's out in the open. And I'm still confused about this whole Bobrisky thing, because I know Nigeria is very, very anti-gay, anti everything to do with being gay. But it's like he's a hero in Nigeria now.
Because I think he's opened up the door and he's opened up the platform now for undercovers, for people who were not sure about their identity and their sexuality. Now they can explore because they know, you know what, you lot can call me gay, but guess what?
Bobrisky,
yeah, is gay.
That's literally it. And
that's it.
A millionaire.
And he can No one ain't gonna say if the person said let's roll, you're not gonna roll. Because I will roll. Yeah.
What if Bobrisky was to
tell me to come and roll as his friend? Me, no, because you know he doesn't like people like me. Sorry, I'm straight. Plus, if I will be his Cody. Me too. I will sit down and say,
I don't know, man.
I will be his Cody. I don't wherever you look, that will be my Cody. I think sometimes you need a bit of change in your circle.
But do you think that us as Africans are ready for that change?
Well, if you're not ready, you better wake up and be ready, because it's something that's happening, and it's happening all over the world. It's happening live and direct in Sierra Leone. Yeah.
Mama,
it's not. Yes, everyone creeps around it, but it's there in your face. Yeah.
So, do you reckon this is something that's always been there, but it's been hidden, and now there's an opportunity, there's a platform for it to be out in the open, like it's more acceptable now?
Of course it is. But I think everyone, there has been a lot of, people who are gay, people who have very sexual presences, but now society has made it to a platform where you can even say you don't have a gender, you're just exploring.
Isn't that what Jaden Smith said?
So there's not really, what do you identify yourself? That's why we asked, who are you?
Okay, I've got a question, because you're a mum, right? You have 2 children, right?
Yeah.
How old are your children?
12 and 10. And then I've got my other children now, 22 and 7. Yeah. I've got 4 kids, yes.
22? You look like you're 22 yourself.
Thank you.
Okay, you're 12 and you're 7-year-old.
Yeah.
They are in that generation where...
Listen,
that's
the
all
12,
they know.
The 10 and the 7-year-old, they're in the generation.
Yeah, they're in this generation where it's okay, we grew up in a different time where back in the day we used to have...
I'm 22 years old, she's still in that generation.
We used to have like yardie music where they used to condemn like gay people, Batty man be dead, or
Bandi chichi man.
Yes!
My ball in a chichi man, yeah. Make your fire, make your burn them.
Yeah, so
my dog. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I did a dance to that. What?
But now, if that song was to play in the club, I
would still dance.
But do you know how much trouble that would cause? You would feel some kind of way. You'd be like, you'd be looking around like, any gay person there?
Not me,
Do you know what I mean?
Don't know me, Olivette. I would dance because at the end of the day, I like the tune and it's good. It's good. We're going way, way back. So if you don't want to go to the old school bashment and say you're not gonna like that music, don't come. But still, them two, they will still dance to it,
But this is the thing, though. Now, a Jamaican artist would not go into the studio now and record a song that is so vulgar towards gay people. It's not going to be accepted. They might even get arrested for it.
Indeed.
That's how much things have changed in our time. But your children now, they're growing up in a time where it's acceptable. They may even be taught it in school when they have sex education. When we was growing up, maybe they spoke about gay people in sex education, but I don't remember it being spoken about proper. But now, in schools, as young as primary schools, they're trying to introduce this gender fluid...
They have already introduced it because they want them to understand and recognise, even in, Church of England schools, Catholic schools, it's been introduced.
Really?
Because it's an open topic now. it is an open topic. What also at my son's school, I see that they have a mixed toilet now. I was like, what's going on here?
That's a real thing.
Why is the toilet not divided so girls and boys can actually go inside the toilet?
So what? Okay, girl and boy toilets, they have a girl or they have a man. What is
it's just
logo?
a door. Everyone can go in.
And it says unisex? Or?
No, it's just, I just saw a door. Because I didn't see nothing. Wow. I just saw the door open. I saw like girls and boys going inside his toilet. And I was like, what's going on here? It can happen. Whereas when I was going to school and I went to that same primary school, no boys can come inside the toilet. But now it's like, imagine that person's on their menstrual cycle or things like that. You're stepping in those, they're little kids. They're little kids. So what's going to happen now in schools, in boys' schools, in girls' schools? What's happening there?
I think it's
in girls' schools, in boys' schools, and also in mixed schools.
It's too.
Because some of these people
much of a change.
will be taking advantage, especially in secondary schools. Yes,
because they have to
go to experiment themselves. I want to go toilet.
You have to remember, kids are very, very somehow when they're young, like because they're just exploring their bodies. They want to know why this person has that and I have this that is different to them. Let's connect. Do you know what I mean? Kids are weird.
But also kids are open to same sex and stuff, and it's okay because they're taught in the schools that it's okay to be gay. It's okay, you know.
How do you feel about that then? Have you had a conversation with your kids?
Yeah, to me, as a Christian person, obviously, I don't roll with that. But however, because of where I am and how I've come at my growth, I have to accept that person for who they are. And at the end of the day, I always say, if my child was going to come and say to me, Mum, I feel this way, I feel that way, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to understand what's the reasons, what's the cause, what made you feel like that, and I'm going to support my child no matter what.
Regardless of what
because that's my child. I ain't abandoning my child for what? I gave birth to my child.
Yeah.
So I'm not abandoning my child. But do I believe in it? Do I agree? Am I going to be because even in your workplace, you can't even you can't even no more.
No.
You can't even no more. Sometimes I feel like because it's getting so much attention, us as being ourselves, we're restricted from being our genuine self in making certain comments and stuff. Whereas before, we was allowed to. We can't do that no more.
Even if it's a religion, if it's a religious issue, we can't.
Listen, we can't even say nothing. And young kids as well. The things what they say now, it's like they've been trained. Oh, you can't say that because that person, may feel uncomfortable. Or you can't say that because you actually don't know what that person's sexuality. And it's okay if you like a boy. It's so okay if you like a girl. It's so okay to not know what you like. It's so okay because this world is a free world and society.
Do you know what we should do? We should open up this question to the audience watching. So, guys, we want you to call in. Let us know what your opinions are. Do you think it's too early for schools to be introducing this to our kids, or do you agree that it's good? The earlier, the better that they know it. Let us know. So call us in on 07946 141 369. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back in a few.
Get on your phones. Get on your phones. Ring, ring.
If you're having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but a car rank 1. Wills for sure got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, man, forget it. Who would have thought I'd be? If you're having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but a car rank 1. Wills for sure got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, man, forget it. Who would have thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Fiats, Minis, Renaults, boom, boom, let's go. Wills for sure, car leasing for every credit score.
So, Nikki, you're a winner.
Yeah, I've won 3 times now.
Wow. Is that all through Lifestyle Bids, right?
That's right. So first I won the Music Awards, which was in London. Then I won the boxing match, which was in Cardiff. All you had to do was bid 83 pence for that. And then the music festival, which was in California.
And the private jet?
Yeah, made me 3 mates on that too.
So I think it's definitely safe to say that Lifestyle Bids works for you.
Oh yeah, Lifestyle Bids definitely works for me.
So don't just dream it, bid it. Go Go to lifestylebiz.com and let the adventure begin.
It's Cammy, baby. Oh yeah. Hey. Ooh. It's Rosie, baby. Baby, you know, say now you love the sweet me heart, tinny. Oh yeah. Tinny. Baby, you know, say now you love the sweet me heart, tinny. Oh yeah. Oh, what a feeling when you find a special one. We're gonna make you happy and we're gonna love you truly. I'm not gonna able to explain, cause this feeling is so magical, very romantical, the way that you love me, baby. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
yeah. Young Lee on the beats.
Oh na 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 na. See na act mannequin. Yeah, man. Something they have in this net. Between me and you to this net. Baby girl, you know me interest. So let the guardian angel witness. Where they bless you with me sweetness. Oh yeah. Turn your light down low. Turn your light down low.
Beautiful. Yeah, Mr. Royal. GOK in bracket.
Sierra Leone. Koina on the beat.
London. Baby, let's have some fun tonight. I wanna take you for a ride. I hope you understand me. I wanna give you all my loving. Know you're beautiful, right? You're sexy, pretty. You're killing me. You're so special. You're so wonderful. So nice and pretty, incredible. To myself, to UK, girl, I wanna make you feel okay. I wanna give you all my loving, baby, all my touching. My heart desire, I go love you every day, no go tire. Hey, no go tire. Hey, no go tire. You got the fire. I want to hammer. Know you're beautiful, right? You're sexy, pretty. You're killing me. Something manya, something wire. Go, shawty. Today is your lucky day. Go, shawty. Every day is an holiday, baby. Break it down, take it down. My heart desire, I go love you every day, no go tire. Hey, no go tire. Hey, no go tire. You got the fire. I want to hammer.
Success is not easy, yeah. You get for work from 7 to 5. Just forget your daily bread, just to make you survive. Life, yeah. If you want success, it's not easy, yeah. You get for work from 7 to 5. Just forget your daily bread, just to make you survive. I open it, more. I open it. be sharper than knife. Believe in yourself and nature will provide. Cause once I go this off, I must survive. There are funny things about life. Your huggy should be sharper than knife. Believe in yourself and nature will provide. Cause once I go this off, I must survive. Respect my hustle. Hey, my hustle. I go respect your hustle. My hustle. Life, yeah. If you want success, it's not easy, yeah. You get for work from 7 to 5. Just forget your daily bread, just to make you survive. Life, yeah. If you want success, it's not easy, yeah. You get for work from 7 to 5. Just forget your daily bread, just to make you survive. Ta open it, ta open it, ta open it, more, ta open it, ta open it, ta open it, ta open it, more, ta open it. Life, yeah. Life not easy at all, oh, yeah. Mama, they vex. Papa, no, they push up money. Life, yeah. Life not easy at all, oh, yeah. Mama, they vex. Papa, no, they push up money. Respect my hustle. Hey, my hustle. I go respect your hustle. My hustle. Life, yeah. If you want success, it's not easy, yeah. You get for work from 7 to 5. Just forget your daily bread, just to make you survive. Life, yeah. If you want success, it's not easy, yeah. You get for work from 7 to 5. Just forget your daily bread, just to make you survive. Ta open it, ta open it, ta open it, more, ta open it, ta open it, ta open it, ta open it, more, ta open it.
If you're having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but a car rank 1. Wheels for sure, got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, man, forget it. Who would've thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Fiats, Minis, Renaults, you know, boom, boom, let's go. Wheels for sure, car leasing for every credit score.
I am and I will. I am Aisata Sisejalo from the Health Show Partnership Program. It's World Cancer Day on February the 4th, 2020. So what are we going to do about it? I am a wife, mother, and a sister. I am a nurse with a special interest in cancer and palliative care. And I am a game changer. So join us on Saturday, the 7th of March, for the 2nd Annual Cancer Conference. There will be speakers talking about prostate, breast and cervical cancer, myth busting, and looking at cancer from a traditional and religious perspective. You would walk away saying, I will get smarter, I will get screened, I will eat healthily, and I will create change. So, let's work towards a brighter and healthier future. I am and I will.
Hello and welcome back to Diaspora Voices. This is From the Kitchen to the Streets with Marie Koroma,
Namusu Forna, hello guys, and Olivette Tucker, and we just want to say welcome back, and we've got the lovely Nim.
Not this again. You can't say diaspora, you can't say her name.
There's a me now.
Okay, don't adjust your screens. Yes, there is a third person here now. Namusu, this is going to be our special guest for today. Like we spoke about before, we've been talking about identity and if we are ready as Africans to accept this whole gender fluid conversation. And we're going to ask you some questions. We're going to open it up to you guys.
I like that.
So the first question is...
Yes.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who am I?
You? Yes. What does identity mean to you?
Identity mean... That's a very important question, actually. To me, how I identify myself, if somebody asks me, who are you? How do you identify? I'd say I'm a black African woman. That's what I would say. I hardly
say black.
Yeah, I know it's like you can see, right?
Yeah.
Funny enough, considering the topic is big on gender fluidity, I try not to often say straight away that I'm homosexual or talk about being a lesbian, because 50% sometimes it's a little bit obvious. Secondly, that's about 10% of who I am. There's a lot more to it, and I try not to put that at the forefront, especially when it comes to speaking to people who are from Africa or the Caribbean and places like that. Because I think sort of more important to me, what comes first is being a woman. What comes second is being black, and then after that, that's my sexuality. Yeah. So for me, it's my answer.
I like that because you have to remember as well. The first three things that you said, you're a woman, black, and African. That can never change.
Correct.
Do you know what I mean? That can never ever change. Like when people say that their identity is I'm a nurse or I'm a scientist. No, you became that. That's your profession, but that's not who you are. If the job didn't exist, who would you be?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
And that to an extent, without stepping on your toes, that's true for sexuality. It can change at any time. It is fluid. You're not born with a sexuality. It is something you choose. I'm not saying the feelings is something you choose, but the act itself is definitely something.
Do you reckon? Because that's a big argument
today. About the feelings.
People say. So would you agree that you can be born with a sexual choice?
No, I don't believe that anyone is born any sexuality at all. I think, we're born not thinking about our sexual preferences. I think that comes later on from experiences, from what we see, who we come across, what we like, what we don't like. It's the same way, you're not born liking apples. You're not born liking strawberries. You come to find it. Yeah, exactly. You come to find that taste.
So if you don't mind me asking this question,
of course,
when did you get to the point that you felt like, okay, I actually... I'm not attracted to the opposite sex, I'm actually attracted to my own.
So when did I come to a point that it was exclusive? Because I think at first I definitely tried to tell myself that, ignore women, but I knew that I had thoughts about women, but I didn't really, act upon that. I think I probably came to a point where I decided I identify as a lesbian probably at about 15, probably around that time. I always like to point out that my masculinity has nothing to do with my sexuality. So my gender has nothing to do with my sexuality. I think regardless of who I would like to, start a family with or, have a partnership with, I'd still be the same type of woman, if that makes sense. So I do like to separate the two, definitely. I think that's...
And if you have any thoughts and any please to the audience. Call in. The number is, give them the number.
Dun, dun, dun.
Give them the number.
079-4614-1369. Please call in, guys.
Dial in, let's have a conversation. That's what we say, we're taking it from the kitchen to the streets, and that's how it's going. So open, let's talk, let's have a conversation. Let's not be silent about the topic. Same way how, various topics are coming out. Someone's identity, sexuality is real. People are talking about it. It's no more undercover topic. So let's talk about it. Call in, even message us on Diaspora Voices on Facebook. Let's have the conversation. No questions will not be frowned upon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's answer it. We'll answer to the best ability, but also ask us questions. We want to know what you think. If you agree, if you disagree, if you have various opinions about it, let us know. Let's open up the floor. Come on.
And we promise to be open and honest.
Okay, Namusu, I've got a question. So you said that you discovered that you had these preferences when you was around 15 years old.
Accepted them.
Accepted them. Oh, that's a good point. So would you say you felt felt before.
Absolutely, yeah.
But you was in denial.
In denial, absolutely. I'd even say that, I'd go as far to say that as a young teenager, I was kind of homophobic. I really disliked it. I frowned upon it. I didn't see it very positively at all.
Is that because of the way you were brought up?
Absolutely. I definitely think it was the way I was brought up. And also because people used to say it a lot, and I used to see it as an insult. So I used to see the word itself as something insulting. Yeah.
Like we spoke about how like back in the day, we had songs like "And then my body not your chihuahua."
Yeah,
I'm
telling you.
I danced even to this day. And we would say that people might go to the clubs and dance, but I said if it come up in a club now, I will still back out and skin out.
I would feel some kind of way.
You feel some way. I'm not, because I'm
looking around like
no way, my dog.
Look at this one. You wicked.
Sorry. How was your sexuality, gender identity,
taken
by
my family? That's the question.
How did it break down the Sierra Leonean family? Because
it was very mixed. It was very mixed. I think, I'll answer the question first, and then I'll tag something along with it. I think it was difficult. It was definitely difficult. It wasn't completely, we hate you, get out my house, whatnot. Yeah. The first instance, I told one of my brothers first, who is he was born in Sierra Leone, but he's quite British himself. Yeah. And he was just like, "Why are you telling me?" type of thing. And
sorry, you told him because you was closer to him?
I was quite close to him, and I was like, "What would you do?" And he was like, well, "Why are you even telling me?" type of thing.
Yeah. That must have been hard.
Yeah. It was really, really positive from him, actually. It was just like, do what you're doing, to be honest. Okay. My sister was the same. For most of my siblings, they really tried to support me. I never came out to my mum, even up till now. Yeah. I've never said it. I know that she knew once my sister knew, because one of my brothers came to the house and used to have a conversation with me, like, can you just try? And I was like, bro, I can't. I've tried, and I know what I like, type of thing. Yeah. And it came with, I think their biggest issue, it wasn't the sexuality, rather than it was my masculinity. I think they would have been able to deal with it a lot easier if I was more feminine. Okay. Do you know what I mean? And then it became a thing where they realized they couldn't be upset at me because I didn't do anything else wrong. I was a good kid. A lot of the times when it comes to homosexuality, that's why you have a lot of people from the LGBT community who are homeless or in very difficult situations, because their families literally just block them out and they rebel. They might start taking drugs, or they might start doing something else because their own family don't accept them, so they can try and find other type of avenues and other people to relate to, and often they're not positive influences in their lives. So my family tried to they didn't want that to happen. They were like, listen, she's got to go to school. So my brothers and sisters were like, Mummy, you can't be saying all of this craziness and all of this, you can't be spewing all that hate to her, because then she's going to do bad at school and she's not going to want to be in the house and whatnot. Correct, yeah. There were certain situations where that happened that were completely random. I remember a very, very prominent one that my sister was always really, really good. And I remember one time I was picking my A-levels, and she just went she just had a go at me. She wanted me to do law. I wanted to study politics. And she didn't have it. And she said, well, it's because you're gay. And I was like, what's that got to do with anything? But I realized it's a very natural response. If a family member or if your family completely accepts you, be prepared that there will be someone you don't expect to show you something that you wouldn't you wouldn't like, and don't hate them for it. And I'll say that to any gay person, especially within the Afro-Caribbean community. Don't feel as if it's personal. They're just dealing with it the wrong way, and actually it's a default in themselves. That's a difficult thing. Yeah.
So how did you separate your identity
from my sexuality? That comes from a lot of my sister, and I think that tags on to what I want to make another point out after I say this. She, because I was quite masculine, she drilled it into me. right, you're a woman, right? Get that. Understand you're a woman. You can like what you like, talk what you talk. You're a woman. You gotta look good. You gotta dress good. You gotta be loving. But remember, you are a woman, and that stuck with me. It reminded me in certain situations. All right, well there are parts of me that are more masculine than other women, but that doesn't make me any less of a woman than them.
Definitely
and
not.
Sometimes masculine women, they fall a bit more susceptible to the idea that you're not a woman, and instead they rather think that they're a man because they feel some sort of feeling.
They have to play that part.
Correct. And like I said, it tags on to a point I wanted to make. You know, you asked, I think maybe you spoke about on the first segment about whether or not the Sierra Leone community or the African community as a whole is ready to accept gender fluidity.
Yes.
I personally believe that we may be ready, but we should not. I don't think we should accept gender fluidity. I think that the West is in a different point of progression.
Such as?
Well, I think men in Western society, white males to be more specific, but let's say men in Western society, they have a bit more of a freedom that men in African cultures or Caribbean cultures don't share. And I think in a sense, we have to realize that there are progressions within development, progressions within societies. Like we were speaking last week about it, it's important to empower men because they do play a big role. Not saying that women can't play a role too, but they do. And I think my problem doesn't lie so much with women wanting to be men. I think it lies more with men wanting to be women, because I think it takes away, for me, Western feminism is a lot about subordination. It's a lot about
but I can disagree with you because in Sierra Leone, I'm just saying from concept when I go there and I'm gonna lay it out there. There's a family member in my family who is gay.
Yeah.
He is gay, but he's a masculine. He's a man.
Yeah.
He's a man about it.
Yeah.
But my issue is that you're doing these things, but you're taking young boys. You understand, young boys, and like what you said, he shows that the man and the power, but then his vulnerable young men are being treated as the women.
Lured into it,
the women that are born into a sexual act where they may have not known about, but however, they're in that relationship because they want a new phone or they want to live. Do you understand? And I feel maybe it's like what you said. They shouldn't be, but I do think it needs to be opened so people are able to choose
and
what
talk
path.
about it.
Yes, and you need to have that discussion.
Absolutely,
we need to have that discussion because married men are. African men in their homes, in their family, are sleeping with men. Yes, sleeping with men, and coming home and bringing various sexual diseases to their wives.
So what would you say the solution to that would be?
And a lot of girls anyway, and I know it from when I'm in Sierra Leone, I was just talking to my cousins and things like that. A lot of girls in those girls' schools in Sierra Leone, they go and play with themselves, experiment with themselves. I was there sitting in a club. The girl was whining on her girlfriend, doing what she is doing. So I think it depends where you go in Sierra Leone, because sometimes if you're not going there actually, because I'm not going there looking for that, but where I was at a particular time, it was open in front of my face. Do you understand? And certain areas where I was going to, I saw people doing things. Do you understand? So
that sexual promiscuity. Sorry about that, guys. Is sometimes it is part and parcel with homosexuality. But I think that is because homosexuality in its plainest form is about
experimenting, isn't it?
And enjoyment. It's about pleasure. It's about pleasure. It's the difference that a lot of gay people will say between gay sex and heterosexual sex is we do it every time for pleasure. Do you know what I mean? So I think we do tend to be more of a promiscuous.
Yes, you do. And you don't have too much girlfriend and boyfriend.
Listen,
every day they change. Next week, I got Sam. Not
true.
today. I want Ayo. Not today. I want Jacob. Not today.
Absolutely.
You're like, bro, slow down. You're getting more than me.
I feel like saying that statement is kind of problematic as well, because then it kind of puts it down to if you're gay or a lesbian, it's because you're really freaky.
That's exactly the problematic part of it. Absolutely,
it's problematic because then it's like, do gays not do it for love?
They
do it for lust?
Absolutely,
I think
that's very true.
I think that's very true. If a lot of people that are in like the gay community, they like what you were saying. They like to experiment.
Yeah.
Like if you say to a gay person, you're in a relationship. Because I was, you know, Ryan, that white guy. He does a supermarket sweep.
Oh yeah.
There was these gay couples that Ryland.
Oh
yeah. He was doing supermarket sweep, and then these two gay couples came on. And they said, "Oh, we've been together for 3 years. This is oh my god, that's a lifetime in the gay community."
It is true.
And you hear them kind of statements.
We move quite fast. You hear like, you know, lesbians and gays.
What you doing?
Within like 2 weeks, you're already moving in.
Yeah.
Like 4 months, you're proposed. A year down the line, you're already divorced. Like,
that's how it is. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't.
Absolutely.
They don't.
Another thing, though, that can I just say? Another thing that is problematic as well is that most people don't consider lesbians as a real thing, but they consider gays more real. Do you know what I'm trying to say? As in, like the action of being gay is more permanent than the action of being a lesbian.
Correct.
Because girls are just doing it because they want to play around and have fun. But they can change.
That's multifaceted.
Do you think that's true?
Well, that's multifaceted, and it's actually a thought process that's been around for centuries. Like if you know, I don't know who I was speaking to this about, but a lot of people don't realize homosexuality between women was never ever illegal around the world. You could be a lesbian and it didn't matter because men just couldn't get their head around the fact that women would want to be with another woman. Do you know what I mean? So men, it was like, nah, that's wrong. But women, it's like, well, they're just having some fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's to do also, like I said, multifaceted. That's to do also with the fact that we live in a patriarchal system, and men have very big egos, and to them they cannot feel threatened by another woman. So they don't see it as something that can be fruitful. They see it as something that can actually completely satisfy. They don't think another woman can satisfy another woman, which isn't true. But you know, it's the idea.
That's why if you see in relationships when women, like what you said, they can go back and forth. A man will accept a woman back in whereas a woman, we will not accept a man that's gone to.
But that is changing now because
a
lot of women, Black China for example, she prefers to date bisexual men.
Yeah, because
And because
there's
I'm guessing there's a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
One of the reasons is they're more sensitive to a woman.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can be your girlfriend as well. You know, babe, how does my hair look? But not even just her. A lot of women prefer to be with bisexual men, which is a huge phase now.
Not I, Olivette, I know the tucker.
Olive!
Not I know the tucker. Hey, coming from Esther Tucker. Mama Esther's going. No way, I don't think so. Thank you. I like men.
It's partly also because of the taboo of being homosexual. So when a man can openly say, "I like guys," it must be you can only like guys. If you can say the words that you like guys, then that's it. Which is ridiculous. Like sexual fluidity is exactly the same as for women as for men. So the idea that it's possible for a girl to like kissing girls and she can still be straight. I can say I've been in intimate situations with straight women, but if a man does it, then he has to be gay. That's just ridiculous. Yeah. They have the same feeling. So it's until actually women can allow men to have that freedom and still be men, I don't think even men themselves are going to be able to accept it within their communities, because a man's never going to want to even be like, rah, you know, actually I do like guys. I can kiss a guy. I can enjoy a man's company sexually. Yeah. He can't say that openly to a woman because the woman's gonna look at him like, "Well, you must be
less
gay."
Of a man,
or you're less of a man. And you know, in that environment, it's almost impossible for them.
But
to
I think also we need to understand that now the perception of what is a gay man is changing. Correct. Because not every man
is
you go inside a room and you say, "Oh, because you need to show us."
Because you even said your cousin, for example, he's a manly.
He's a man. He's a masculine
man.
So you would, but obviously you wouldn't see it. You understand if the person doesn't say it to you.
Absolutely.
But however, when you go inside a room and you learn, I think as you grow inside when you my workplace, you know, there's different people. Unless they don't tell you, "Oh, you know what, my girlfriend or my partner, my boyfriend." You know, you don't know. Until when they start talking, and obviously in your heart you're like,
"Oh, right, well,
okay,
absolutely, yeah."
That's some jigs for my next. I found out today my manager is married to Susan, and her name's called Sally.
Some tea,
but you don't know.
Do you think it's always going to be that situation? Like when you do find out someone's gay, it's tea. Do you think we'll get to a point where it's like we're just relaxed in there?
Now,
like,
now
okay.
I think before it was tea, but now in my workplace or anywhere when people are saying that their thing, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
So how are you? How's your partner? Because now you know we don't even say how is he, how is she. We're like, how's your partner?
Yeah,
whether they say
because we're still trying to be sensitive to the situation as well. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know like the certain right things to say.
Oh, absolutely.
So I try to
just you were asking about how do we change things or how do we make a difference? And one of the things is being able to understand the languages, to understand actually the definitions. And unfortunately, and I'm testament to that, reading a lot of gender politics, I get frustrated with a lot of the wording. We interchange a lot of words, transsexual and transgender.
The LGBT, they've added so many letters.
What does it mean now?
You would assume that, okay, lesbian, gay, bisexual,
queer,
transgender, I is some
equal.
Plus,
there's a plus
for everybody.
Yeah.
I should know, but there's a lot. I think that's totally unnecessary. And you don't need
pansexual. What's that?
Yeah, what is it? What is pan?
Pansexual basically means it's basically queer. It's pansexual is like you don't see anything. Do you know what I mean? Everybody does the same.
Jaden Smith, for
you don't see gender.
He's pansexual.
That's it.
But he got men in it.
Well, he likes
men. He's been with lots of girls
them.
as well.
Oh, he likes girls as well.
Yeah. He's fluid.
He's sexual. All of those things are sexual fluidity. Sexual fluidity is sort of sexual fluidity in its sense means that a person can move from one sexuality to the next sexuality.
Okay.
So it's more of they have a connection with the soul.
Correct. That's exactly what pansexual.
But also I think that they have the key to go wherever they want to go.
Well,
because at the end of the day, if they feel
just
that,
greediness.
If they feel if they feel my destination is not correct, they will go to destination.
Hey, that's
then if
right.
they feel my destination is not correct, they can come to
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Or they can even go to
because you're a part of the LGBTQ
apparently plus EK
AFG. So, what do you think about introducing the knowledge, the language into schools?
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about primary schools.
In primary schools,
nurseries.
What you do not need to understand is sexuality.
Okay,
You don't need to. You can speak to them about the fact that gay people exist. They can be books where you're telling stories about John and Phil and their son Sally. I don't know. That's fine.
That's a nice way to introduce.
You know what I mean? You can encourage so they don't feel completely overwhelmed when one of their classmates says, "I've got two daddies." What I don't agree with, and I think it's straight or gay, is we shouldn't be talking about sex.
Thank you.
I mean, as in not sex, because sex is quite multifaceted. Intercourse. Children don't need to understand about
intercourse. They don't need to. There's levels of growth. You don't need to know about certain.
Love is important.
Love. Speak about love. Like you said, the two daddies thing, the two mummies thing.
Exactly.
Kids, that's the thing.
Even keep faith in there, keep religion in there. I think that's important. I think those who like to believe that homosexuality cannot agree with religion and faith is completely absurd. You've obviously never read the Bible. Oh, I absolutely am. Yeah, my father was a Muslim. I was born a Muslim. Practiced a little bit. My mom's a Christian. And faith is very important. That's the beautiful thing about Sierra Leone.
And how would you explain that?
I had the same kind of
explain what?
How would you explain that to?
Explain which part? The fact that I'm still
to people out there,
big faith.
To people out there about you being, because I think Christianity. Me, I'm a Christian.
I think it's read it. It's Leviticus. The exact scripture is man should not sleep with man the way man sleeps with woman. Leviticus chapter something. That's the exact line.
Okay.
2 or 3 paragraphs down, it says man should not pierce their ears. A little man should not wear mixed clothing. So if within the same
types of
chapter,
materials,
if within the same chapter they've got exactly those two things, then I can accept that he didn't like it, and it makes complete sense, because at the time it wouldn't make any sense to have sex for pleasure. We weren't at God within some of I think it's Jake, I can't remember the exact scripture. You know, you're not really having sex for pleasure, you're having sex for procreation. You know, you shouldn't be using using condoms and whatnot. So of course it made sense at the time not to be homosexual, because then everybody would just be having sex with everyone, and humanity wouldn't be able to procreate. It would end. It wouldn't. It's not very efficient. So yes, then it makes absolute sense. And I don't think that should be changed. I don't think we should change the scriptures. I think we should take it at face value. There's a reason why those things are written. Why does it make sense that we should take that for absolute? There's no way, there's no if or buts about it, but you can also eat pork when you want, and you're alright to swear, and you drink whenever you like, and you are an adulterer, and you lie, and you do.
No, the Bible says, the Bible says drink. Yeah, it says you can drink, but don't get married in it.
Okay, that's one example, but I understand what you're saying. There's a lot of things that
the Bible says it's the Quran that people don't eat pork, but you know.
No, and the Bible, the Old Testament. There's a lot. Even we have to cover our head.
No, because the Bible and the Quran,
they're all Abrahamic faiths. Absolutely,
have similar beliefs.
Correct. In fact, I think the Quran mentions Mary many more times than the Bible does. Yeah, definitely. They're Abrahamic faiths.
I think with most religions, though, it separates with the Jesus, the New Testament.
That's it. It's about the prophet.
Most religions, they all have that skeleton of the Old Testament. Okay, but speaking about religion and like families and everything, are you interested in like in the future maybe having your own family?
Absolutely. And I think faith will be at the core of my family. It will be important to whatever faith that be. I think we will practice some sort of faith together, and I think it's important and that's also another reason why sometimes homosexuality seems so taboo. I think the word is just absence of faith, because even homosexual relationships, some of those people feel uncomfortable with faith. And if you yourself feel uncomfortable with faith, then you know, I don't think you can flourish as a human being. And I think that's why some of the relationships fail, because they don't have a foundation in faith. And so I do hope to get married.
Most of the priests now are gay in same-sex marriages.
It's
been open. Popes have been doing it for ages, but they've just been doing it undercover. Now it's open.
Definitely.
So I think religion is changing in that form of sexuality. That
the only thing I would not want to,
but I wouldn't want to change it.
With a lot of the vocabulary, in gender politics, one thing I wholeheartedly disagree with, and do forgive me for some of my viewers that are part of this sect in society, but I do not agree with transsexuality being brought into African culture. I think the conversation, and I don't think it shouldn't happen in the West, but it's too late.
Why?
But why? The reason why is because I think that the conversation should change. We should start accepting that men can be feminine and still be a man. You don't have to feel like any less of a man because you like certain feminine things.
And that has been pushed a lot.
Absolutely.
That agenda has been pushed a lot.
I think now the agenda is, okay, you're a little boy and you like pink and you like dolls and you like pretty stuff. You must want to be a girl. You don't want to be a girl. You just like pretty things. That is natural.
You're just a child. Children want to be Spider-Man one day. They want to be a nurse the next day.
Exactly.
They want to be Aladdin.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? That's how we are.
So,
but, I think we'll take a little break on that subject. I think that's something to get back onto. We can talk about a couple examples of celebrities that are introducing their kids into being fluid and changing their gender.
So let's take a break and then we'll see you back in a mo. But please do also give us a call. Interact via the Facebook. Also give us a call. What's the number?
Dun, dun, dun.
079 461 41369.
And send your messages in.
Thank you guys.
Yes. We'll see you in a minute or two.
If you having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but a car rank 1. Wills for sure got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, man, forget it. Who would've thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Fiats, Minis, Renaults, you know, boom, boom, let's go. Wills for sure, car leasing for every credit score.
We came from nothing to something. Gally want me, no long thing. Yeah, she's calling up my phone, no stalling. But I be hustling and jogging till the morning, till the sun goes down and comes back up. I never had to worry, never had to give a fuck. Now you walked in my life, everything's got stopped. So the sweet boy flex, or a man gets dropped. Man gets dropped. I be thinking about me and you, going to our place, flying to a different kind of space. 1-2 bop with an elegant mate. Yeah, so we don't run, but we still get chased. Federale on me, nah, in a tinted whip or a black sports car. Take you to a place like a foreign bar, where we say hola or guten tag. Cause I'm a hustler, baby. You can catch me on my J's, no hustling. I'm just trying to stack more with a queen like you. Without a blackjack, ain't crazy. Are you feeling me or not? Are you talking all the talk? Put your money where your mouth is. I put my money in the right place. We came from nothing to something. Gally want me, no long thing. Yeah, she's calling up my phone, no stalling. But I be hustling and jogging till the morning, till the sun goes down and comes back up. I never had to worry, never had to give a fuck. Now you walked in my life, everything's got stopped. So the sweet boy flex, or a man gets dropped. Man gets dropped. Listen, it's 3 cold digits. Y'all love me and we spin like fidgets. Every gal want walk off of me. When I touch roads, them I touch up on me. I'm slick with it, a bit of raw, but you know I'm lid with it. Your galley wants me, I'm wood for it. So keep talking tough and take for that. Car 3 cold dig got the honeys, 3 cold dig got the mummies. Ringing up my line, the catties them want me, but they can't pay for the grubby. Man, they ain't hungry. Pull up my line, but come with my money. Dial up once, check the charts real quick. So the streets them love me. We came from nothing to something. Gally want me, no long thing. Yeah, she's calling up my phone, no stalling. But I be hustling and jogging till the morning, till the sun goes down and comes back up. I never had to worry, never had to give a fuck. Now you walked in my life, everything's got stopped. So the sweet boy flex, or a man gets dropped. 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 Sweet boy, man get. Sweet boy, man get.
You say you want a girl with fine face, body shape like Coca-Cola KMK. TT we go mix up and box up you brain. Bad girl, I know say you want it. See me now, see me now, see me now. I got what you need when you see me now. I did do my thing when you see me now. Me na African queen. I'm with you. Give me the way like a control, I'm for two. Baby, you know, see, I know waiting for you. I see you watching like a me, now you clue. Tick tock, yeah, them side things, better leave them on block. Chocolate girl from the mountain tops. The sun be coming up, but we could go down. We could go down. Feel the rhythm, lose control. Hold me, baby, don't let go. King, baby, no my got those people then they talking, no matter, it no matter. Let's do this. You like the way you're twisting, I do it. No wasting time, but let's get to this. We go disappear and left them clueless, them clueless. Let's do this, do this. You like the way you're twisting, do it, do it. No wasting time, but let's get to it, do it. Go disappear and left them clueless, clueless. See me now, see me now, see me now. I got what you need when you see me now. I did do me teen when you see me now. Me an African queen, yeah. See me now, see me now, see me now. I got what you need when you see me now. I did do me teen when you see me now. And then they bow for the queen, yeah. 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 Me an African queen, yeah. Feel the rhythm, lose control. Hold me, baby, no let go. No let go. See me now, see me now, see me now. I got what you need when you see me now. I did do me teen when you see me now. Me an African queen, yeah. See me now, see me now, see me now. I got what you need when you see me now. I did do me teen when you see me now. Me an African queen, yeah.
I am and I will. I am Aissata Sisejalo from the Health Show Partnership Program. It's World Cancer Day on February the 4th, 2020. So what are we going to do about it? I am a wife, mother, and a sister. I am a nurse with a special interest in cancer and palliative care. And I am a game changer. So join us on Saturday, the 7th of March, for the second annual cancer conference. There will be speakers talking about prostate, breast and cervical cancer, myth busting, and looking at cancer from a traditional and religious perspective. You would walk away saying, I will get smarter, I will get screened, I will eat healthily, and I will create change. So, let's work towards a brighter and healthier future. I am and I will.
Hello, hi everyone, welcome back to Diaspora Voices. You are here with Olivette,
Namusu,
Marie,
and we're actually here on the final part of the third part of the show. So our topic was who are you? We went into breaking it down into pieces, and we spoke about gender, we spoke about identity, we spoke about sexuality. We actually went into the core today, and you know, our beautiful, intelligent young sister.
Thank you guys. Token gay person. That's what's going on. That's what it is.
Came, you know, and expressed her views and her feelings, and you know, we should be proud of her. Give her a round of applause on the table. Because not only is she, as what she said, she's a black, powerful young woman, but also guess what? She's from Sierra Leone. So any Sierra Leoneans that are watching it, young. How old are you, my dear?
I'm 22.
You see, 22, younger that are watching it. As you know, this is from the kitchen to the streets. So you know, we're going to the grown, the old, the sexy. Yeah. We're going to the young, the hood, the wretched. You understand? We're getting deep, and we're making it a mix and blend, making it into one magical cocktail. So we're here together, exploring and just talking about it. Oh, nice. So Namusu,
yes.
I've got a question for you.
You told me.
So when you're on the streets,
yes,
you're walking on the bus and you're doing your thing,
right?
Are you getting trapped by the man then?
Unfortunately, yeah, it happens a lot. You uncles are the worst.
Hey! You know, uncles see backside. And they say, hey,
it's your bum. You got bum.
Yeah, your bum is nice.
You never heard me. Yeah, no, every now and again it happens. I let them down respectfully, and yeah, it's the ones that
how do they say it?
Do you say it to them like?
They usually do this thing where they like to touch my biceps. And like, oh yeah, the uncle like, what are you doing? Stop. Yeah, I don't like that.
I think with you, and I think with a lot of like people who are gay and stuff, it's their personality.
Yeah.
And I think that's what actually attracts certain people, because like I can understand an uncle he's talking to you, but he obviously doesn't know. He's thinking, you know, and then he said, sweet, this one, yeah, Bobby. Okay. And when you're walking up to go and get a drink, you get West as well, you know, and try small, you know. Now young girl, I go groom him.
It's true. Sometimes see it as a challenge as well.
That is it. That's where it becomes frustrating with me. Actually, when that happens with men, sometimes in two different ways. It's when they don't accept I'm a woman. When they're like, nah, you can't be a girl. You can't. Like, listen, I just said it once. Why am I gonna lie? And secondly, when I say I'm not into you, mate. I'm a lesbian. I'm not into guys. And they just keep coming back and they keep making silly comments. They keep being cheeky or try to whisper in my ear or something. It's like, bro, you wouldn't do that to a dude. Do you understand? I'm not into you, so accept that and respect that.
To be fair, sometimes they may just think you're saying it just to turn them down, because there's been times when I've said that I'm a lesbian.
Yeah, but it's
because I know that's it. That you're not going to do anything once I tell you I'm a lesbian.
Yeah, but in a full suit.
The men on the street, they like lesbians.
They say freaky.
We do alright.
They do alright. You know, they're Dora the Explorers. That's what I say.
No, not Dora.
Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, I mean, so it's funny enough though, because it's weird. Those same uncles who act like that on social media, they behave very differently. And I think
how so?
Bringing social media into the topic. Actually, they're very, very, very homophobic, and I found this recently. A very well-known, renowned cross-dresser in Sierra Leone. He passed away. You know, may he rest in peace. And there was mixed feelings, but the majority of what I was seeing, even on posts where people weren't. The post was not negative. The post was just saying, you know, people shouldn't judge him. You know, if you ever met him, he was a good man. And you know, within though, the comments were just absolutely horrendous. And every single one of them was the same excuses they were making. You know, he's gonna meet his creator. He's gonna know burn in hellfire and all this stuff. But those are the same people, and some of the names were very familiar to me. The same people who would see me and greet me, and you know, it's funny being on the show because. In certain situations, in fact, I never outwardly say that I'm gay. I never do it. Even when I went over to Sierra Leone, I never did it because I didn't think it was necessary, for one, and secondly, I feel like it's sort of obvious.
Yeah.
But I feel like they pretend like it's okay, you know, to your face, but behind closed doors, it's a very, very different situation. I think people could even watch this and beforehand had enjoyed my company, and watching this would be like, they would think quite negatively about it. Like, I know that, and I've taken that risk coming onto the show. I know that for a fact I won't be taking about 20-25% of some people that may view this will not take it positively. No.
But also, let's look at it on the positive side. Is that how now you've actually created a platform for others to come and talk about it?
Absolutely.
Because as we know, many Sierra Leoneans, it's not just Sierra Leoneans, many Afro-Caribbean people, you know, us as a black community, this is still a taboo. This is still an unanswered question that we are actually, you know, not able to identify with ourselves, not able to come out clean and talk to our parents.
Absolutely.
And, you know, was talking about coming when you said you had that support of your parents, but
well, I had the support of my siblings.
From the siblings.
See, my mum's old school. You know, my mum wasn't the same. My siblings grew up here, so it was a bit different. But my mum, they pushed it on. They basically said you cannot be. She's not a bad kid. She's a good kid. Do you know what I mean? So there's no reason for you to turn her life all upside down because she likes girls.
But you was lucky the fact that you had
other
siblings.
I was very lucky.
Allow it's about those people who are in the community. They only have like a mum or dad, or they have that one single parent that they're with. Who you know, their support system. Who was apart from your family home? Who else was supporting you?
Yeah, was there friends that you could tell about this?
Yes, absolutely. I was completely within my friendship groups. I was outwardly gay. You know, it was fine. I never had any issues. It was the most maybe homophobic attacks and things that started happening. Obviously, sometimes I wouldn't be able to No, it wasn't on social media. It was in real life. You know, I've had people attack me for being gay, outwardly attack me. I've had people attack me for being black, attack me for being a masculine woman, all those type of things.
And it is a hard thing being a black gay woman, right?
Yeah, it's not really fun, is it?
Can you fight?
Oh, of course. Yeah, hell
you
yeah.
kind of have to learn to fight, right?
Hell yeah.
That's good. Watch out. Don't mess around.
Yeah. Luckily for me, every single one has ever left anything for me. Yes, actually. Definitely feminine women. Definitely feminine.
Why is that?
I'm not sexually attracted to masculine women. Do you know what it is? Yeah, and it's gonna sound ridiculous, but I'm really attracted to prettiness. I respect it. I respect femininity. I respect that subtleness, that beauty, and then I respect the fact that they have so much control as well. Yeah. And you know, I love that. I do. Yeah. Yeah. So I think for me, coping with the attacks is difficult. It's very hard. At first, it used to happen, and because I wouldn't end up worse off. So without any, you know, they'd end up in a worse position. It's fine. I'll go on to the next club. I'm good. And it was about the time. It was last year. It was 2018.
So this is recent as well.
Yo, it happens a lot. It was 2018 actually, and it was about March, and it was the 4th time I had been attacked because I was gay. And this time I couldn't have it no more. I could not do it anymore.
Never have it.
And yeah, you know, I don't have it. Like, they don't hurt me, but usually I beat them up and then that's it. End of story. Job done. I'm done. But this one, I couldn't do it. So I went to the police this time actually, and it really affected my academia. I couldn't. In fact, that year was almost. It was very, very difficult for me. I started feeling like wherever I went, and we in Britain at the time, we were having this feeling because of, you know, Brexit, and a lot of these conversations were going on, a lot of conversations about race was going on, and sexuality was drawn into that, you know, and I felt generally I felt targeted. I felt like there was a target on my back all the time, and I did go to therapy. That's what I did. IAMs were really good. That was really good. Going to reporting it to the police, they put me in touch with like a team, you know, the aftercare team and whatnot.
Oh, so there is support for these
there
kind of
is.
things then.
But not with it. There's support, but not within the Sierra Leone community. 100%. I can wholeheartedly say, and I'm not proud to say, that the Sierra Leone community, other than smiling to your face and maybe saying good job, well done, you look good, they don't do anything to support people of the LGBTQ community. Absolutely not. And I think shout out to our producers here tonight and whatnot for giving us this platform to do that, because this may actually be in the UK, especially in London, the only platform in which these type of Sierra Leonean women are having conversations on sexuality and gender. I think I can hold my hands up and say that's definitely a fact.
And I also think when you touch on the fact of Sierra Leone women as well, is that during the breakdown we was actually discussing about how many women in Sierra Leone in the south that has actually had a sexual experience with themselves or with another woman and a girlfriend, because obviously like
it's more common than we
it's
think.
more common.
Sorry ladies, a lot more common than you think. A lot of your friends, I'll tell you that for a fact.
Just
within this community,
people are curious.
When they go, you know,
that's the state of sexuality as well, being bi-curious.
And as well, it doesn't even mean that they wholeheartedly are lesbians. You know, they just, because sexuality is fluid. It doesn't mean that you have to give into one sexuality just because maybe you enjoy it. I don't think it's that simple.
And sometimes you hear women saying they've been let down by men so much that they just want to go to women.
But also it's the fact that how sometimes us as women, it's open for us to say, like when I said to you, oh, you know, you got a bum.
It's
okay.
It's like we have,
you know, I can actually look at a woman and say her body's banging.
But you wouldn't really hear a guy saying, "Oh, your shape up is, you smell good." Like you would never really hear a guy saying that. He may think that, but he wouldn't vocalize it. But us, we're cool. We might even hit your bum and say, "Oh, bouncy." Do you know what I mean?
And a lot of
men
women
don't have that freedom.
No, they don't.
That's unfortunate.
And then obviously around not me, but you know they have.
Confess.
They have, you know. explored themselves as women to
definitely.
see what is going on, what is their body about. Maybe we may do self-masturbation. Maybe we might even, you know, do it with our best friend. Because look at Whitney Houston. She
got you.
Yeah. Oh God.
One more time.
But look at Whitney Houston and her best friend Robin. They used to explore with each other. They used to, you know, really get to know each other's body. Do you understand, as women, to see where the points are? Because, you know, some women that I've spoken to, they say, well, sometimes men don't actually know where their spots are. A woman knows how to identify a woman's body. Maybe that woman's exploring so that she's able to, when she has a partner.
And if confess.
Absolutely. I think that within even the Syrian community, there isn't a willingness to want to accept it. And I think even with themselves, even within Syrian women that I've dated, I'm naturally like, I don't even want to. I tell them, you know, I'm not gonna
say it, Congo side, remember?
You know, I'm not gonna tell anyone. And
remember, you said we had a conversation. We admitted it. I don't want to say Congo side. I'm
telling you. I'm
telling you.
That's it.
Plus,
and they do have that fear, and I myself as a lesbian, I try to be very responsible with it because it can the fear of it can turn somebody's life upside down. Just the idea that they might be outed or something like that without their their knowledge. And
have you ever outed anyone?
Never.
Like
never.
Maybe you've had a bad experience with someone in a relationship and you're like, I know how to get her back.
Never.
Let me tell her family.
No, that
but
is.
Do you feel that?
In fact, I have purposely told women, if do not come out yet. You're not ready to come out yet. You're not sure. Like, I know for a fact,
always be their decision.
I don't think you're 100% gay, love. I think you need to take it easy. I think you just really like me. I think just take your time with this a little bit. Don't
look at her.
Don't rush.
Games and
you
you're
know what I'm saying? It's a one-time thing.
But can you tell? Can you? Because
can you tell? Do you have a good gaydar?
We know. Like, can you spot?
I have a gaydar, but I also operate under the this mantra, and that is every woman is gay. They just haven't met the right woman. That's absolutely.
Did you hear that? Men, did you hear that? Every woman, but they haven't met the right time. What about men?
What about men?
See, men are too. Even if they liked it, because of the taboo around it, men would rather stay in a marriage for
Philip Schofield.
There we go, Philip Schofield. For however long before they're actually able to come to terms with that.
Remember, there are so many women than men. So now is it three?
I think it's 5-1.
Can you 5-1? So now men, when you're thinking I can have bare girlfriends. Ooh, but you got the Jessicas and the Moniques and the Sierras coming to take your man, to take your property, handle it well.
Okay, let's speak a bit about a few celebrities that are kind of,
big in the papers
that are making headlines. For example, Gabriella Union and her husband, they have a son. I think he's 10 or something. He's
around that age.
He's exploring.
But I think
not sexually. I don't think he's having sex. I think it would be wrong for anybody to assume that he is gay or straight or anything like that. He's a child. I think he hasn't got a sexuality.
But I think the way the dad has got a feminine side to him.
Too.
He paints his nails now and he wears
the son pays. They take him.
But I think he does that to encourage his son, to make his son. I think it's also to make his son feel more like a man. I think for him, it's I think actually Dwayne realizes that even though maybe he might want to use certain pronouns like she or her that he even encourages, I think he's thinking about the long term, and he realizes if I can show that as a man I can do these things, that there's a possibility that my son can also be still comfortable in himself rather than having to change physical aspects of his body.
Okay.
To be more comfortable.
Do you think the way they're raising him is not realistic? Because fair enough, their family may be accepting. They may accept it, but he's going to go out into the real world where there's horrible people there. Do you not think there needs to be some kind of balance where they do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that they condemn him or say don't do this, but they can't just make him feel like it's a bed of roses. Everyone's going to accept you. Because we're your parents, we love you, we're going to accept you regardless. But the world,
they definitely have to make him tough. I think that's going to be important.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think they're taking away that toughness.
Yeah, but we don't know what's happening.
We don't know what's
behind
happening.
closed doors. All we see is what they want to portray to us, and maybe they are reminding him, they're sitting him down and having these conversations and reminding him that, listen, people are gonna hate you. You know, not only are you a black man, but now you're a black man who's quite feminine, and you may end up being gay. I think it's very important not to say that the son is gay.
Yeah, because are you only gay until you have the act of sexual intercourse?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Actually, yeah, technically that's the truth.
Okay.
Homosexuality within its definition, you're only homosexual
if
when
you've done the deed.
Yeah, when you do it. Yeah, but also, yeah, technically. Yeah.
It's weird because there's a lot of gay virgins.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I mean?
I'm gay,
but I've never had sex with a guy. I just know I like them.
What's happening?
Yeah. What would you call that then?
Yeah, experimenting.
Queer.
Okay.
I call it queer.
I guess so.
That's how I define it. It's not
queer is like a behaviour.
Yeah, queer is more.
So queer is the behaviour. It's not actually being.
We're learning.
Being anointed.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Touch the rainbow.
I think I wanted to make the point where we shouldn't be calling him gay or straight or anything because he's a child.
He's a child.
The guy's a 10-year-old. Is it?
That's his identity.
Would you describe your 10-year-old daughter as straight?
No,
you know what I mean. You don't like. It's a child. You're not having sex at all, mate. It doesn't really matter where you want to put it. Absolutely.
But
putting your jeans.
I think Gabrielle Union, she comes across as a very strong woman, and she's probably putting that values and norms in that house. Would you say behind? The door?
I'm scared though because I feel like they're kind of doing it so they can stay trending. Because what else are they trending about, really and truly?
Their daughter.
That might be why they're expressing.
Yes, they're expressing it.
I think he's still gonna be like that, but I think actually they are showing.
I don't think we should see it. I think keep it in your house, like, you know what I mean. Encourage him. Yes, do what you need to do.
Remember with them,
but
any post and they get over something nice. That's a million.
But then they get the horrible comments as well, and the son's gonna look at that.
Yeah.
Do you know
But if they completely, they could be doing it because they realize they could have been doing that for a long time, and then realize if we do this and then they see, and then all of a sudden they see him, it's going to be too much.
Yes.
Maybe we actually need to
bring it out.
You need to, yeah. And I think they did that very well because even his brothers would make posts and whatnot. And I think it really showed the unity within the family. I actually think that they knew what they were doing. I think they were trying to introduce their son to the world, and they knew it had to happen eventually, and they wanted it to be in their own terms.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. When you say like that, I guess.
So what about
but
now?
Me again, I don't know.
What's that one? Zabowski, but we don't know that one.
Bobrisky. Yeah.
Bobrisky, the Nigerian one. Oh, the gentleman with the skin cream.
Yes. The millionaire, by the way.
Millionaire. The one that now he looks like.
I don't know how to feel about him. I don't know how to feel about him at all. Okay. I don't like skin lightening. To be fair, I think it's very sad. I think it's self-hating.
That's a whole other subject.
That's something in itself.
Okay, just to round it up a bit, like we've spoke about a lot of things today.
We have. I think we need a part 2 of this segment.
We really do. But my question to you now would be, if there's anyone that's watching it right now, and maybe they're going through the same struggles that you were going through before, maybe they haven't come out yet, or maybe they don't have the support system that you had. What advice would you give to them in terms of being themselves?
I'd say a few things. Firstly, if you really are afraid and you feel like you're not ready, don't force yourself into it. If you need to talk to someone, find somebody trustworthy, find somebody that you know that you can respect. Failing that, please talk to us directly, and definitely I will take any calls, any messages, and I will definitely 100% communicate with you, meet up, have some coffee, whatever it is. Also, I would like to say that it's not going to be easy. You have to be brave. You know, I'm not going to lie to you and pretend that, listen, doesn't matter, just be strong, everybody love gays. It's not that easy. But you have to definitely be tenacious, alright? But at the end of the day, it's your life. You're in control.
And what's your contact?
My contact number is going to be inside of one of the comments, because I'm not going to give it over here.
Or your social media.
My social media. Namusu Forna. I should have a comment on there, within there, should be there. Just find me on there. I will definitely reply to any of your concerns or give some advice.
And also, I think we actually should do a drop-in session. I think a private one, not on social media. Seeing a drop-in session where guys who you feel that, you know, adults, young children, anyone in the remit, you know, we're saying from the kitchen to the streets. So any ages, come and let's discuss it. Let's have a more deeper discussion. Let's hold a session where, you know, we can actually be open and have a discussion about it.
Yeah.
And I know that this topic is, a lot of people may be listening, but there's a lot of people that's thinking, oh my God, I wish I phoned in to ask questions. And answers. But you're scared because of what is going to happen. But this is 21st century. You're allowed to be who you are. Take this opportunity. Explore yourself. Yes, we're saying Sierra Leone may not be at its peak of where it's
you won't be shunned by the entire community.
But
have faith in that.
We got your back.
We're talking about it. It's there. It's relevant.
We exist.
You know, it's been talk about people are there. People are, you know, doing themselves and doing better. You know, let's talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, before we end the show, guys, we have a few announcements to make, and we want to say thank you to our guests.
You're most welcome.
You've been so amazing, so great. We wish you the best going forward.
Thank you.
You know, you can come on.
Say it with your chest. Okay, so we have a few announcements. Okay, we have a few announcements to make. So females in Sierra Leone, they're launching an event. It's called the Remembrance Day, and this is basically just to celebrate and to remember the people, the victims of rebel wars, Ebola victims, the victims of the floodings, the mudslide victims, the victims of violence, knife crimes, all around the diaspora. That's the one. So yeah, that's going to happen on the 14th of March. Time for us to come together.
14th of March, guys. 14th
Make sure you wear yellow.
Make sure you wear your yellow, like she said. And this event's going to be from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. So everyone should come down. It's going to be an amazing day for all of us. It's going to be like a candlelight kind of celebration.
Can you remind us of the destination?
So the destination is Denmark Hill Community Centre.
You know it, guys.
Blankdown Road, SE5 8HL.
If you miss any of that, it's going to be within the bio of this link coming out.
What she said. And the second event is going to be, where is it? So this is going to be the second annual cancer conference, and this is for breast cancer, prostate cancer, cervical,
colon, hip, every form of cancer, because cancer can come anywhere.
It does not discriminate anyone as well. And this event is going to be on Saturday the 7th of March, and the time is from 12 midday to 6 p.m. And where is the address? Okay, and the venue will be the City of London Academy, Southwark, 240 Linton Road, London, SE1 5LA. And the address and the description will be in the link below. Does anybody want to say anything else?
Well, finally, I think a big thank you to Miss Nima Turay of FICL. Thank you so much.
And also to DJ Little.
Go Little.
An excellent producer, aka
one of the greatest men I know, honestly.
So thank you ever so much for having us, and we'll see you
next week.
See you guys.
Take care. Peace
Bye.
out.
Bye.
From the kitchen to the street. Over and out.
Kitchen, street, back again. In that order.
The changes continue. The innovations continue. As female in Sierra Leone, United Kingdom and Ireland branch presents Launching and Remembrance Day on Saturday, 14th March 2020 from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Denmark Hill Community Centre, Blanchdown, London, SE5 8HL. This auspicious event will honor and remember rebel war victims, Ebola victims, victims of flooding, mudslide victims, victims of violence, and victims of knife crime. So, do come and be part of a worthy cause. The Female in Sierra Leone UK Launching and Remembrance Day, Saturday 14th March 2020 from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Denmark Hill Community Centre, Blanchdown, London, SE5 8HL. female in Sierra Leone, United Kingdom and Ireland branch. Indeed, Sierra Leone will rise again.
I am and I will. I am Aissata Sisejalo from the Health Show Partnership Program. It's World Cancer Day on February the 4th, 2020. So what are we going to do about it? I am a wife, mother, and a sister. I am a nurse with a special interest in cancer and palliative care. And I am a game changer. So join us on Saturday, the 7th of March, for the 2nd Annual Cancer Conference. There will be speakers talking about prostate, breast and cervical cancer, myth busting, and looking at cancer from a traditional and religious perspective. You would walk away saying, I will get smarter, I will get screened, I will eat healthily, and I will create change. So, let's work towards a brighter and healthier future. I am and I will.
Young Lee on the beats.
Oh na 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 na. See na act mannequin. Something they up in this net. Between me and you to this net. Baby girl, you know me interest. So let the guardian angel witness. Where they bless you with me sweetness. Oh yeah. Turn your light down low. Turn your light down low. Baby, turn.
If you're having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but a car ain't one. Wheels for sure, got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, oh man, forget it. Who would've thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Fiats, Minis, Renaults, you know, boom, boom, let's go. Wheels for sure, car leasing for every credit score.
So Nikki, you're a winner.
Yeah, I've won 3 times now.
Wow, is that all through Lifestyle Bids, right?
That's right. So first I won the Music Awards, which was in London. Then I won the boxing match, which was in Cardiff. All you had to do was bid 82 pence for that. And then the music festival, which was in California.
And the private jet?
Yeah, me and 3 mates won that too.
So I think it's definitely safe to say that Lifestyle Bids works for you.
Oh yeah, Lifestyle Bids definitely works for me.
So don't just dream it, bid it. Go to lifestylebids.com and let the adventure begin.
It's Scare Me Baby. Oh yeah. Hey. Ooh. It's Frozen Baby. Baby, you know, say now you love me, sweet me heart, oh yeah. Baby, you know, say now you love me, sweet me heart, oh yeah. Oh, what a feeling when you find a special one. We're gonna make you happy and we're gonna love you truly. I'm not gonna able to explain, cause this feeling is so magical, very romantic.